There's a couple of questions online relating to Africa, and I want to take those. One is on Zambia, and one is on Zimbabwe. On Zambia, the question is from Bloomberg, Matthew Hill, and relates to, it's a very long question, but it relates to reports that the government has provided the IMF with all the information needed for the purposes of re-engaging with a program. Zambia hopes a program can be taken to the IMF's board in September. Basically the question is what's the status? Is that true? To which I can say, again on Zambia, discussions on a possible fund-supported program have been suspended because the authorities' borrowing plans compromise the country's debt sustainability and, in our view, undermine its macroeconomic stability. So on June 14, 2018, the authorities indeed announced a set of measures aimed at addressing these debt sustainability concerns. The fund has not yet received the specifics of the authorities' new debt plans, nor the revised budget numbers that include the impact of these of the recently announced consolidation measures. Therefore, it's premature to discuss the appropriateness, the fitness for any potential re-engagement regarding a program discussion, which is consistent with the statement we had issued earlier this year. That's on Zambia. There's a question on Zimbabwe. Again, this is from Matthew Lee. Can you confirm that the country has repaid its overdue obligations to the IMF's Poverty Reduction Growth Trust using its SDR holdings? When and separately what the IMF views as possible next steps? So I can confirm that Zimbabwe cleared its overdue financial obligations to the Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust, and that happened in October 2016. Consequently, our executive board lifted the remedial measures relating to a declaration of non-cooperation, the restriction on TA provision, and ineligibility of Zimbabwe to our Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust. However, and again, we've said this before here, to benefit from fund program, from fund financing, Zimbabwe would need to clear its arrears to other institutions, including the African Development Bank, the World Bank, and European Investment Bank. It would need to achieve a commitment of debt treatment by bilateral creditors and have in place a comprehensive and coherent macroeconomic policy framework, including a strong program of fiscal adjustment and structural reforms. Going forward, we continue our discussions with the government of Zimbabwe, and we continue to provide policy advice and technical assistance. So, the IMF's engagement with Zimbabwe in that respect is ongoing, continues.